So this is something I've
Which
been
question?
wrestling with personally, more on a broader scale than personal. And a little known fact about societies that I know or that I believe is that the nuclear family is the optimal format in order to have the most prosperous societies. And this is something I hold on to a bit. I see it in my grandparents and my family in particular. I'm sure there's issues there too, and there has been. But I kind of wrestle. I feel like I have a responsibility to not only to myself, but also to the broader community. But once I make myself, prosperous, then that kind of bleeds out to a family. And what's your viewpoint there?
Yeah. Here, I'm going to show you the book design because I put this on the back cover. Give me a second here. I'll just open this up because what you're talking about, I can't even, I'll just give you a quick preview, but it's not, I don't even know if it's going to show up here. No, I can't do it that way. That's not going to work. I'll just read it to you. But basically, the playbook that you're working with, it's outdated. There's a new memo that's gone out, and there's a new playbook that's attached to it that you have to understand. And the environment that your grandparents grew up in, and them before them, yes, there was a prosperous nuclear family in that society, and everything worked really well. But all of that has been dismantled.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore. So you have to understand, okay, well, this is the reality of the world today. I have the new playbook. I need to start following the rules here and get rid of this old notion that I have in my head. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What is your thoughts on, fake it till you make it? If you act as if you're that successful person, you'll eventually become the person you.
Yeah, you're deviating a little bit from the topic, but I'll take
Well,
a
no,
moment to
it's
talk
actually
about
along
that.
the same lines. I was going to get to that. It's kind of like a circular thing.
How's that? How does it tie into the topic tonight?
Well, if you see it, when you look at I want to become this person, right? And well, you fake it till you make it. So you act as if you're a successful person in order to become that successful person. Then you are that person. Doesn't that kind of tie into the idea of the ideal? Maybe it's my ideal is to have, let's say, a family because it'd be prosperous, and I act as if that's the thing that I would want, despite of society going a certain way.
Yeah, what you're talking about is a law of attraction, which is a little bit woo-woo for this sort of application, because I mean, you have to take a logical, rational approach to having kids in today's world. Like I said, the playbook's changed. Okay. The old set of rules doesn't apply to today's world anymore. There's a brand new playbook. I've included a lot of those elements in my book. So when it comes out in the next couple of weeks, you guys will have the benefit of all of that. But there's a brand new playbook. And you have to get rid of the romantic notion in your head that if you just act as if, then you will attract into your life that perfect woman who will never double cross you, never fuck your soccer coaches, after the game, like all of those things, right? They're all potential problems that you can run into as a guy, which you can minimize to some degree in the West. Although I'm not for it. I'll tell you guys straight up right here, right now, I'm vehemently opposed to marriage and living in a way that the state sees as marriage, which unfortunately covers if I wanted to have kids in Ontario, I'd be fucked because common law applies and you're by default automatically living under the state rule, right? So what options does that leave you with as a guy? Well, you can move somewhere that's more friendly towards fathers. That's one option. You can do some work vetting, your potential partner. That's another option. You can put some legal agreements in place. You can inform yourself with a lawyer before you get married. Those are a few more options. So those are the logical steps that you got to take to having kids if that's what you really want to have. And you have to kill off the romantic notion of if I just act as if I just, subscribe to the law of attraction and find that good girl, then I'm going to, she's just going to appear in my life,
Yeah, I hear that. I'm currently in a particular situation where I've been with with my girlfriend for over a year now, and she's wanting to move in, And basically, I kind of laid it down as your financial situation is not good right now, and I wouldn't want you to be a financial burden. So I said, hey, how about you work a little bit more, you get a little bit of savings, and then we can talk about it. And I also laid down that I've also said, hey, I'm never going to get married, just from listening to what you said. And I completely agree. Like my father's been down the divorce train, and that kind of ruined his life. And
How old are
I
you?
witnessed that visually, and literally tore him apart financially, physically. It was not good. But
How old are you, brother?
regarding
How old are you again?
when they got divorced.
No, how old are you?
Oh, I am 24.
Dude, you shouldn't even be in a long-term relationship, let alone even considering, like, you wouldn't even
Mhm.
entertain the conversation of, hey, Brandon, can I move in with you? No.
Yeah.
Like, in your 20s, you lay the foundation for your life. You chase excellence, you find out what your purpose looks like. You don't move a chick in at 24. That's
Hmm.
you're setting yourself up for problems that you don't understand right now. Where do you live? Like, what part of the world? You don't have to tell me what city, but
Uh,
what?
Ohio. I'm
Okay.
originally from Canada, interestingly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the state laws are like in Ohio for common law, but there's no upside to her moving in with you. She moves in with you, her competition anxiety drops. She's not going to
Yeah.
behave as well. She's not going to be as pleasant. She's not going to enthusiastically bang you as often. You're now responsible for her and the household. She
Hmm.
loses her job. She doesn't make enough hours. You're going to cover her ass. I mean, you're already talking about financial problems with her right now because she would be a liability. So
Yeah.
this is like, it doesn't work
Yeah.
out from any angle. I mean, you'd be better off moving in a friend or a brother's, somebody else to live with you and splitting the rent with them.
Yeah. I hear that. Definitely. How far should you take anecdotal evidence? Like, for example, I've noticed when I was like 18 through 22, 23, when I was spinning plates and playing the market, as you could say. And I noticed that my attention was always on like Tinder. It was always on going out on the weekends. And now I
Mhm.
have something a bit more stable with this girlfriend, and she knows that, hey, I'm trying to chase excellence. I'm trying to achieve something. So on the weekends, like, it's kind of like she gets like Saturday, and then Sunday I'm working, Friday I'm working, rest of the week I'm working, and it kind of lays a foundation of stability there, where she knows I'm chasing excellence, and she kind of, and I don't have that attention towards the apps and the going out every single weekend. You have any ideas there?
Well, that's because you're focused on building your life, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you've you've set yourself up that you've got into an LTR with this chick. So then
Hmm.
you've switched gears and said, okay, well, I'm going to chase excellence and go make some bank
No,
and
she
figure
allows
out.
me to chase excellence better, in my opinion,
Okay,
because the stability factor.
okay. Did you hear what you just said there? She allows you to chase excellence.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I do. I see
You
that now.
you guys heard it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heck, good,
A
good.
woman should never allow you to do anything. You don't need the permission of a woman to do anything. That's like grossly infused with like mommy tightness, right? I don't know if you were meshed by your mom or anything like that. Like, she like overly mother you and helicopter
Yeah,
parent
for
you and
sure
shit.
she did. She wouldn't let me
Yeah.
play football as Pee Wee, and that kind of made me mad.
Yeah. Well, your girlfriend allows you to chase excellence. Well, isn't that convenient?
Yeah. The idea was just getting to the idea of stability, opposed to me trying to. I mean, especially now in COVID, I feel like having a relationship.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Go against everything
I mean,
that the red pill says where you shouldn't get into a long-term relationship
mhm.
in your 20s. Just do one thing,
Yeah,
don't move
yeah.
her in.
I, I will take that to heart, because I've been so far. I've been on the no path for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want to have kids in the future, right?
And do you have any recommendations for like? I certainly do. Yes.
Okay, so vet her as wife stock then. If that's really what you want to do and you feel like you got your wild oats sowed and you spun a bunch of plates and you got a good notch count, you feel like you understand women, fine, fine. Okay. let's
Mhm.
take a slightly different approach, but do not move her in until you've vetted her thoroughly and you've decided that, okay, now maybe at 30, I might want to throw a couple of babies in this one. But don't be stupid.
Do
All
you
right.
have, I mean, obviously you have your videos for like vetting, and there's a lot of red flags.
I've got
Yeah.
hours. Like I did a private Rule Zero talk for Rule Zero Live back in October where we did the 2-day event. And my entire hour was based on vetting for LTR or for wife stock, because that question comes up a lot from guys to me. And again, I don't support it, but I will shine a light on some shit that you need to see so that at least you can walk into the slaughterhouse with your eyes wide open and make some better choices. So my plan is to put a course together, and I'll have something that'll be like 6 or 7 hours long, breaking down every possible scenario, and that will hopefully be useful to you. But yeah, just watch everything on the channel, man. There's loads of shit on there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go because
I'm
I
kind of
got 2
curious.
more guys waiting
Yeah,
in the background, so I
sure,
want to
sure.
move on and make sure they get a chance. Cool.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you.
Don't move her in.
Yeah. Amen. Gotcha.
All right.